So, we finally completed 1000 subscribers on YouTube. It took quite a lot of time, and I know it's quite a small milestone in comparison to all the others in this competitive world of tech on YouTube. But this makes me really happy and motivated. Thank you everyone for showing your love and support, and also for giving your valuable feedback. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Joe Boy Techie. Hope you all are doing fine. So, finally I decided to buy a smartwatch for my personal use and the wait was worth it. I'm talking about the highly rated Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. Now, I had pre-ordered these due to which I got a discount of 3000, but right now this 44mm variant is available for 26,999 and the 40mm variant is available for 23,999. Now before I start this, I want to inform you guys that this video is going to be a little longer than the usual length of my videos, and that is because there are a lot of important things that I need to discuss about this smartwatch. So in case you want to jump to a specific topic, then I have left the timestamps in the description. You can refer to that if you want. So the question is, could this be the smartwatch you've always wanted? Let's find out. Now as you all know, you have to download the Samsung Wearable app to get this smartwatch kick-started in order to install some important software updates as well as some basic controls like watch faces, customization of the apps, tiles, access to notifications, media content, and much more. Now, for fitness related information, you can either download the Samsung Health app or the Google Fit app. The choice is up to you. Now, in terms of build quality, this is one of the most well built smartwatches that comes with a military grade certification as well as an IP68 rating, which means you can go swimming with this. Although I do not recommend that, but just in case you drop it in water, there's no need to worry about this smartwatch. You get a 1.4-inch flat display that has a Gorilla Glass DX Plus protection and it is quite strong. But I still recommend you to get a screen guard installed, as you all know a broken screen would look quite embarrassing on a smartwatch. On the sides you get an aluminium finish and the two buttons on the side that also act as sensors, which I'll talk about later, and a very comfortable 20mm silicone strap that is replaceable in case you do not like this one. Now many viewers have said that there's this unnecessary gap here when you wear the smartwatch, but I think it's just fine. Maybe it was done intentionally so that you do not face any irritation during your workout, because according to me, this is one of the most comfortable straps I have experienced on a smartwatch. The 44mm variant will look just fine on a medium sized wrist, or else you can go for the 40mm variant. But if you're a person who has been wearing a G-Shock all your life, then the size of the Galaxy Watch 4 is the least to worry about. You get a 1.4-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 450 by 450 pixels on this 44mm variant, and this display can get very bright at 100% brightness, but I keep it at around 60% as it is easily visible even under bright sunlight. You even get the option to slide the bezel to scroll, similar to the Galaxy Watch Active 2, but I barely remember using this feature, so I disabled it from the settings. So in terms of the display, there's nothing much to talk about. This is one of the best out there. Now I'll just go through some of the basic controls. I'm sure most of you must be already aware of it. So this is the home button and this is the back button. You can even customize the controls of these buttons, like when you long press them to activate the voice assistant or the power on off menu or recent apps. So this is the home screen. Here you swipe right to see all of your notifications from almost any app that you give access to. Then swipe left to get some widgets to your media controller, weather widget, step counter, SpO2, body composition, which I'll talk about later. And obviously you can reorder these widgets based on your personal preference. You can even add more widgets like an alarm or the calendar, quick access to contacts, food calorie counter, women's health tracker, world clock, etc. When you swipe down, you get basic controls like the power on off option, do not disturb, find my watch, brightness control, the power saving mode, NFC, etc. Now when you swipe up, you get this amazing looking menu that includes some pre-installed apps and you can download more of them. You do get notifications from almost any app that you give access to, and the best part is that you can even reply to them. You can do it through voice recognition or using the screen to write the letters, which would take time, or best the QWERTY keyboard. Now let me tell you that by default you get the Samsung keyboard. In order to get the QWERTY keyboard, you'll have to download Gboard from the Play Store. Just head to the Play Store on your smartwatch and search for Gboard. Once it is downloaded and installed, set it as your default keyboard in the settings and you're done. Replying to notifications has been extremely handy for me, especially when I was traveling. But you do not get the option to start a conversation. But you can do that from the default messaging app, just as you do it on your smartphone. Searching the name, typing the message, and you can view the entire conversation as well. And you even get the option to send your location just in case you're stuck in a situation and you can't access your phone. You can even answer calls directly from the smartwatch, and let me tell you that the inbuilt microphone of this smartwatch is of quite decent quality. If earphones are paired with your smartphone, then the Galaxy Watch 4 will automatically detect that, and there's no need to switch or change any sort of settings for that. Now, because this runs on Google's Wear OS, you get the Play Store to download all of your apps instead of the Galaxy Store. But right now, there are very few apps available, but you get some pre-installed apps, like the messaging and phone app that work exactly like they do on your smartphone. You also get Google Maps. Now, Google Maps is something that I've always wanted on a smartwatch because I used to always use Google Maps on my smartphone when I travel on my two-wheeler to new locations. I would always stop after a particular distance, take my phone out, check my location. But now with Google Maps on a smartwatch, that problem was solved. You can search the location from your smartwatch itself. But the only problem is you do not get the option of a two-wheeler route. Now you can select the four-wheeler route if you want, but here in India there are many flyovers where two-wheelers are restricted. So doing this could definitely land you into some trouble. So I recommend you to set the route from your smartphone itself, and it automatically loads on your smartwatch. But even after all of this, I faced one major problem, and that was with the GPS. Even though I had no issues finding any location, it was losing the GPS signal every 5 minutes, and that was very annoying at times. It would just close the application and go back to the home screen. Now, many of you would say that there could be an issue with my smartphone. Maybe, but I started facing this issue only after I started using the smartwatch. Now, I'm not sure of the LTE version. Maybe you might get better GPS there, but this definitely needs to be fixed on this smartwatch. I even searched on the internet for any solutions regarding this problem, but I didn't find any. So if you're facing the same issue, then do let me know in the comment section. Then you even get Microsoft Outlook pre-installed. Now I kept this app because I have a Microsoft work account where it involves me just receiving emails and not sending emails. But I just wanted to see how capable this app is on the smartwatch. And I noticed that you won't be able to custom reply to a mail, but you do get some basic quick reply options. But the options are very few. This even comes with camera control where you can click the shutter button from here to take photos or even record videos, and you can even set the focus if you want. And you can even save only photos using the Samsung Wearable app. You even get the YouTube Music app for the smartwatch, but you won't be able to search the song you like and stream directly from the smartwatch. Even the songs that you save in your playlist, you'll have to offline download them to your smartwatch, and only then you'll be able to play that. There are also a lot of fitness related apps on the Play Store. You can download them based on your personal preference. Now we all know that this is Samsung's first collaboration with Google to bring Wear OS 3.0 to its range of smartwatches, and trust me, this is what we've all been waiting for. Not that the predecessors running Samsung's Tizen operating system was bad, but it's just that with Google on board, we can expect a wider range of possibilities and improvements on Samsung smartwatches. The Galaxy Watch 4 is powered by the 5nm Exynos W970 chipset, 1.5 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of internal storage. But all of these are not just numbers. I had the smoothest experience, and not once did I face any lag or stutters even during heavy usage. Plus, there were no heating issues even under extreme sunlight. So in terms of user experience, this is one of the best out there. Now, watch faces is also a very important aspect of a smartwatch, especially when you get the option to customize it the way you want. If you jump into the watch faces menu on the Wearable app, you'll get a range of options to choose from, be it analog or digital. You can even customize them, like for example the colors, or you can even add complications like the step counter, heart rate monitor, etc. You can even add a custom photo by directly taking a picture from the camera or choosing one from the gallery, or an emoji of yourself if you want, along with the complications you like. You even get this My Style option where you can take a picture of maybe the color of your clothes and it will create a color pattern that matches your look. You can even download this app called Facer where you get a wider range of watch faces, but most of them are not free. It starts from 170 Indian rupees going right up to 850 Indian rupees. The choice is up to you if you want to spend that much amount of money on something like watch faces. So, only because of these watch face customizations, you might never get bored of the smartwatch for a very long time. Now, the Samsung Health app has been around the corner for quite some time now. All Samsung flagships up till the S10 series had a sensor at the back that would track your heart rate and SpO2 levels through the Samsung Health app, and if you use it with Samsung smartwatches or smartbands, the data would sync seamlessly to give you a better understanding of all of your health activities. This even comes with support for the Google Fit app, which more or less does the same, so you can decide which works better for you. Even if you're someone who does not like to wear your smartwatch all day, even when you're sleeping, then the Samsung Health app can track some information for you. It even calculates your steps in case you forget your smartwatch at home, and it will automatically sync the data later on. So, in short, the Samsung Health app is very impactful, thus giving the upper hand to Samsung users. Now, the Galaxy Watch 4 also automatically detects your activity, and I did experience that after a 15-minute walk. Even manually choosing a workout was a good experience. After you do so, you can swipe right to pause or finish a workout session, and swiping left can give you control to your music player. And this option, according to me, was very handy. Also, this comes with a continuous heart rate monitor, which you can enable in the settings of the smartwatch. You even get the option to measure your body composition through the smartwatch. First, you'll have to make sure it is tight around your wrist, and all you have to do is place your middle finger and ring finger on the buttons, and it will give you all the information. Now, again, I'm not sure of the accuracy of this, but there are many YouTubers out there who have compared these results with actual tests, and the results were almost close to accurate. Now, apart from all the criticism that Bixby has received over the years, I think it does pretty well on this smartwatch, at least until we get Google Assistant on this. You can easily give basic commands like what's the weather, or setting an alarm, or even making phone calls to sending text messages. But I noticed that Bixby still does not do a better job as compared to Google Assistant when it comes to recognizing Indian names, and that was very annoying at times. So until we get Google Assistant on the smartwatch, Bixby is manageable for now. Now, when it comes to battery life, let me be very honest, you won't get more than a day or a day and a half on the smartwatch. And Samsung has been pretty clear about it as well. But even with other smartwatches in the same segment, you get more or less the same battery life. The only issue is that you cannot extend the battery life of the smartwatch by maybe lowering the brightness or disabling some features, or even when you set it to power saving mode. But let me tell you, I did not face any extreme battery drain issues. Even after using Google Maps for 45 minutes straight, it drained only 10% of battery. But recently, I just experienced something new. Even if you enable all of the features and do nothing major on the smartwatch throughout the day, you could still end up with only 25% battery drain. This does not come with any fast charging capabilities, but I noticed that this definitely charges faster when it is powered off. And not to forget, this also can be charged wirelessly. So, in case you have a wireless charger or a smartphone that supports reverse wireless charging, then you can risk leaving the charger at home. Now, let me talk about the features and improvements that I would like to see on the smartwatch in the future. The first is a Truecaller integration. Now, throughout the day, we get a lot of fake calls and spam calls, and we all know how useful an app like Truecaller can be. So, would like to see an app for this smartwatch in future. Now, even though Bixby does a decent job on the smartwatch, Google Assistant is capable of doing a lot more. So looking forward to have Google Assistant on the smartwatch very soon. Now, tap to pay is something that I'm eagerly waiting for on the smartwatch. Google Pay and Samsung Pay have already launched the tap to pay feature on smartphones here in India, and as far as I can see, that is the only use of NFC on the smartwatch. So waiting for them to take this decision fast. Now, the battery life on the smartwatch is a very minor concern, and I don't think so it can be drastically improved through a software update, but at least they could optimize some of the features to give better battery life, like maybe by lowering the brightness or by activating grayscale mode. Now, the Galaxy Watch 4 also comes with an ECG and blood pressure monitor, but that feature is restricted to certain regions, and that does not include India, and that is due to some government related rules and regulations. But we can overlook that because it is always recommended to go through the right methods to determine that for you. But yeah, it feels kind of upsetting to be left out on that feature. Final verdict: if you are looking to buy your first actual smartwatch where it requires you to increase your budget a little bit, then the Galaxy Watch 4 is definitely the one to consider. The Oppo Watch 2 will be on its way soon, and I'm sure that will also be priced in a similar range. But in case you're a fan of a rounded design, the tough finish, or even Samsung's collaboration with Google, then the Galaxy Watch 4 is the one to consider. So my overall rating for the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 would be 4 out of 5. If you have any questions regarding this smartwatch, then you can leave that in the comment section. I make sure to answer all of them. Guys, if you like this video or you found it informative, then hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, take care of yourself, do remember to get vaccinated. Until then, see you next time.